Hi and welcome to Mama Time Yoga. Today we're going to be going through a prenatal practice. It's going to get everything in. So it's a complete full body practice. We're going to start by getting grounded, connecting with our breath, doing a little bit of a stretch, and then we're going to get into more of a strength focus. So where we're really working those muscles, building that support for your growing body and your baby, and then we'll come back down, slow it down, and find a little bit of relaxation so you can start your day. So if you want one quick practice to get it all in, this is it. It's appropriate for all 3 trimesters. I will be giving you some modifications. If you are in your 3rd trimester, I do recommend having a chair or a wall nearby just to support you if you need some help with your balance. I also have a block near me, which is optional. You can use books, pillows, blankets, anything that you've got. We'll go ahead getting started in a comfortable seated position if you're not already there. Once you're there, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, the crown of the head, just close the eyes down here or find a soft gaze in front of you. Let the shoulders drop down the spine and just take a couple moments to really get set right where you are, getting present for your practice, tuning in with your breath. Taking it deeper into our yogic breath now. Big inhale through the nose, feeling the belly expand. Exhale through the nose, feeling all the air draw back out. If you're later on in your pregnancy, breathing into the back side ribs, inhale, breathing into the belly or feeling the ribs expand to the back and the side. Exhale, feeling it all draw back in. Let's do one more deep breath right here at your own pace. Big inhale. Big exhale. When you're ready, we'll gently open up the eyes and just start getting warm through the body. So we'll take an inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more like that. Big inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And taking an inhale, reaching up. So you exhale, we're going to twist towards the right. So left hand comes forward, right arm comes behind. Twisting from the shoulders, not the belly. Nice tall spine. Take a breath here. And then slowly coming back to center. Big inhale, reaching those arms back up. Exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Keeping that length through the spine, opening through the shoulders. One breath here. And gently release, coming back to center. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take the right hand down, reach those left fingertips up and over. Big side body stretch. And coming back the opposite direction. Inhale, release that left hand down. Exhale, right arm stretches up and over. Keeping the chest open, shoulders stacked. Coming back to center, we're going to keep the left leg in, extend the right leg out, and we're going to take that same stretch but with the leg extended. Keeping in mind, we are not overstretching here. We're keeping it at that 60 to 80% stretch in our prenatal class. So right hand comes to the leg, left fingertips reach up and over this time. Big side body stretch. Feeling it a little bit deeper. And then coming back up. From here, we're going to move through a pose that's going to open the whole front of the body. So we're going to take the left hand down under the shoulder, and as you inhale, come up onto the right knee and the left foot, really pressing the hips up, taking the chest up, opening the chest and shoulders, and then reaching that right arm up and around, looking up. Exhale, coming back down. Beautiful. Let's take that the opposite direction. Right foot comes in, left foot comes out. Taking the left hand to the leg, reach those right fingertips up and over. Finding a breath here with those shoulders stacked. And then gently coming all the way back up. We'll take that beautiful heart opener on the other side. Right hand plants under the shoulder. Nice spread fingers. And then inhale, coming up onto the right knee, lifting the hips, opening the heart up, lifting the left arm up. Exhale, coming all the way back down. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to take it so that the knees are bent, the feet are planted, taking the hands under the shoulders. And we're just going to allow the knees to rock side to side here for a moment, getting a gentle twist, a nice massage through those glutes. And then once you feel evened out on both sides, planting the feet back down again, just checking in that the hands are directly under the shoulders. And we're gonna move through a reverse tabletop here. So we're really gonna be working the glutes as we press into the heels and opening up through those chest and shoulders again. We're gonna take 3. So inhale, coming into it, lifting the hips to about the height of your knees, and then really pressing out of those shoulders, opening up the heart. You can let the head drop down here. Exhale, release back down with those hips. We're gonna take 2 more, just like that. So big inhale, press into the heels, using those glutes to lift the hips up, opening through the heart, keeping the chin tucked or dropping the head back. Releasing all the way back down. Let's take 1 more, just like that. You're doing so well. Press into the feet. Inhale, hips come up. Exhale, releasing back down. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to come to that seated position and just give those wrists a little bit of a roll. One direction and then the other. Beautiful. And let's just open up through the heart a little bit more here. So elbows come together. Inhale, take the elbows out to the side, opening up through the chest as you draw the elbows back, squeeze through those shoulder blades, look up. Exhale, rounding, drawing those elbows back in, tucking the chin, rounding through the back body. Inhale, opening the heart, elbows draw back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, bringing it back in. Let's do 1 more, just like that. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding forward. When you're ready, releasing the hands down, and let's come into all fours here. So taking the hands just slightly in front of the shoulders, fingers nice and spread, hips are over the knees, and we're just going to take some big hip circles here. Moving in one direction, getting out any areas that just need to be stretched into, and taking it the opposite direction with those circles. Beautiful. Coming back onto all fours. We're going to start getting into our core here. We're going to move through our bird dog, and I'll give you a couple options. So first and foremost, let's check in with our form here. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And before we get into bird dog, we're just going to make sure that the back is nice and strong. So what I want you to do is really allow the chest to drop in between those shoulders, like let everything go. And then press back up through those hands, taking the chest and the shoulders back up. It's a really subtle movement, but you'll feel it in the back. Let's do a couple more like that. So dropping down between the shoulders, exhale, press up, bringing it back up into that nice form. Inhale, drop. Exhale, press back up. Let's do 2 more. Drawing the belly in as you do this. Everything's nice and firm. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, press up. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, press up. That's how you're going to know that you're using those back muscles. You're pressing out of the ground, and you know how it should feel versus how it shouldn't feel now. Beautiful. So from that nice aligned position, we're going to either slide the right toes back, keeping them on the ground, or reach the right foot off the ground, taking the foot to about hip height. Reaching that back toe, keeping everything drawn in, hips nice and squared, and then taking that knee back down. We'll take it to the other side, keeping everything square and firm through the core. Press the left toes back or reach them up to hip height. Really lengthening through that back foot, the leg, and then taking it down. Option to just stay with the legs, or you can start to add the opposite arm to challenge the balance in the core even more. So inhale, taking the right foot back, maybe keeping the toes on the ground. Optional left arm extend, so reaching front and back. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Opposite side, left leg goes back. Option to have the right arm as well, reaching. As you inhale, exhale, release. Moving side to side now, trying to make sure that the core is nice and firm, not rocking side to side. Inhale, right leg, optional left arm extends. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg, optional right arm. Exhale, release. Let's do one more each side. Inhale, right leg, maybe left arm. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, left leg, maybe right arm. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Let's drop down onto the heels again, and we'll tuck the toes under, stretching through the bottoms of the feet a little bit here. And again, just finding a gentle roll with those wrists. Beautiful. Just giving them a bit of a break, maybe stretching through the fingers. Perfect. And from here, we're going to go into all fours again. And we're just going to step the right foot in between the hands, or if you're further along in your pregnancy, taking it to the outside of the hands. You've got plenty of space for the belly. Really allowing the hips to sink in here. Making sure that the knee is directly over the ankle. If the ankle is further back or too far forward, just walking it up directly under the knee. Really sinking into that left hip. This is a great place to use a block to bring the hands up to. Just stretching through that left hip flexor. And when you're ready, we're going to press to the feet, engage the legs coming all the way up. Really sinking into that right leg. Big inhale, reaching up here. Exhale, releasing those hands back down in between to the inside of the leg. And then from here, we're going to rotate that left foot so it comes to the side of the mat, and we're going to walk the hands in front of that left knee. So we're coming into a gate pose here. So the right leg is directly out from the left knee and walking up onto that left knee. So I'm not mirroring you now. I'll be looking the opposite way, just so you know. And we're just going to take a big stretch here. So right hand comes down, left arm comes up and over. Big side body stretch, gate pose here. Coming back up, we're going to take the left hand down under the shoulder, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders. And so we're coming into our modified side plank here. So really pressing into that left hand, pressing yourself away from the floor, using the side of the core here. Shoulders are stacked, everything is nice and long. You can even take the right fingertips up and overhead if that feels good for you. Last option, if you're feeling really strong here, is you can reach the right foot up. See how that feels. You're going to feel that through the side of that glute and probably into the obliques as well. You can absolutely keep that foot down wherever you are. We're all going to find one more breath here. And then exhale, release. We'll come back up one more time for that gate stretch, taking it over the opposite way. Exhale, coming back up. Beautiful. And we'll just face forward again, coming into that all fours position, and we'll take that little flow to the opposite side. So taking the hands a little bit forward from the shoulders, stepping the left foot out either to the outside of that left hand or in the middle if that still feels good if you're early on in your pregnancy. Wherever you are, really letting those hips sink down here. Maybe coming up onto a block with the hands just to bring the chest up a little bit more. Beautiful stretch through that right hip flexor. One more breath here. And when you're ready, we'll press through the feet, engage the legs, coming up into that low lunge, sinking into those hips, finding your breath here. And then release the hands down between the foot, Rotate the right foot so it's to the side of the mat, and then walk the hands in front of that right knee, extending the left foot out to the side. I'm going to change so you can see me. Beautiful. So once you're nice and set up there, we're going to walk onto that right leg. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up and over, coming into our gate pose. Beautiful side body stretch. And then slowly coming out of it, coming back to that all fours position just for a moment. We're just gonna get ready to walk the hands slightly in front of the shoulders, coming into down dog. So keeping the fingers still spread, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, bending through one knee and then the other, pressing the chest towards those legs, really reaching the hips up. Stretching out through the back of those legs. Then from here, we're going to get ready to work the core and a little bit of the arms as well. So as you inhale, we're going to ripple forward, taking the shoulders over the wrist, coming into plank. Now, option to drop the knees down. If you're in your second or third trimester, definitely drop the knees down, drawing the belly in. One breath here. And then reach those hips back up, coming into down dog as you exhale. Inhale, coming back to that plank position, rippling forward, dropping to the knees if you need. One breath here. On your next exhale, take the hips back. We're going to do that one more time. As you inhale, slowly rippling forward, arms over the wrists, dropping down to the knees, lengthening through the spine, shoulders drop down the back. Exhale, taking the hips back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to take the feet nice and wide, big bend through the knees, and we're going to walk the hands back to forward fold over those legs. Now, if it's not comfortable to forward fold, you can take the hands to the knees, just folding halfway, or you can take your block under your hands to bring the floor closer to you, but keeping those knees nice and bent, feet as wide as you need to make space for the belly, and we're just going to release through the head, neck, and shoulders here. Maybe shaking the head no, nodding it yes, seeing if you can find more length through the back of the neck. And when you're ready, we're just going to heel toe those feet out a little bit wider, taking the heels in, toes out, dropping into our Malasa, our yogi squat. So I'll show you from the front. This will look really different for everyone. So if your heels are lifting, if it doesn't look like mine, that's perfectly fine. You can keep the hands in front of you or take them to heart center, pressing the heels out. Pressing the knees out with the elbows. You can even bring a block under the hips if you need that extra support here. Wherever you are, just finding a little bit more length through the spine, taking one more breath here. And then releasing back down, taking one hand in front, one hand behind, coming to sit on your mat. And just finding a comfortable seated position here. We're just going to close out our practice the same way that we started, just taking a couple mindful breaths. So you can close the eyes down. Again, lengthen the spine, let the shoulders drop down the spine. If you prefer to lay on your back or your side here to close out the practice, you are so welcome to do that. Letting every muscle in the body relax here. Letting yourself settle back into the space. Feeling the breath moving in and out of the body like a wave. Maybe taking the hands around the belly. And breathing around your baby, feeling this beautiful time of connection. Taking one more moment here just to find some gratitude for yourself, for showing up today, making time for you, for for your body, for everything that was able to do throughout our practice and all the incredible work it's doing growing your baby, and for your baby for being here with you. Take one more breath right where you are. When you're ready, we'll take the hands to heart center. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice this morning. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.